Welcome to the third and final round of the River City Open. This is our lead card coverage for the back nine. It's the last 9 holes before we crown ourselves a champion. We are at Earl Brewer Park, taking a look at the front 9 scores here. On the commentator's mic with me today, I have Clayton Hodge. How you doing, Clayton?
Let's go. Championship round. I'm pumped up.
We have lots of green squares for the front 9, and Aaron here in the lead, looking to get a few more to kind of solidify his win here, but we have some hot chasers as well as some hot shooters on this card he's going to have to defend off. Starting with hole 10, 340 feet, no OB to speak of. They're a little bit more wind today, which could impact people's kind of landing positions, but you really just need to pump something pretty stable out and around if you have that power, just to get yourself up in circle.
Oh. Looks like Aaron's throwing a force on this throw.
I think that's a Raptor, actually.
A Raptor on this throw.
Yeah, that brown looking, it's like a double stamped Paul Ulibarri Raptor,
Yep.
I think.
That makes sense.
I mean,
it looked like a Presnell with the stamp, but if it's double stamped, that makes sense.
I mean, every time it comes out of his hand, you feel bad for the disc because it sounds like he's breaking it. Chandler's going to go wide too. You can see these guys, the wind is kind of coming across a little differently, so they're trying to keep it, they read that wind a little bit better, but it's keeping them a little short and on the right. But they're definitely in position. In circle is definitely where you want to be.
That looks awesome.
Yeah,
Good shot, Nick.
That's a good correction after seeing those first 2 drives.
Yep. Sidearm, love this.
Chris Clemons.
Oh my goodness. Did that hit basket? How did it move like that? Was it a forward skip?
Yep, it was a forward skip. Didn't touch the basket. Man, oh man, it looked close.
Wow.
Aaron.
The crazy part is you don't get to see a lot of skips on this hole. You're throwing up the hill.
Yeah.
So to have a skip that's chain height.
I mean, the forehand helps a lot, right? Because he's generating extra spin.
Yep.
But, I mean, and with that right there, Aaron's losing a stroke. Chandler did the chase on this card. Right now, you have both Kyle Klein and Andrew Marweed on the chase card, who are both looking to shoot somewhere around probably 12 or 13 down for the round. So they're on pace right now to kind of catch Aaron, if he slips up. So I mean, this is a race here, and with the crowd on the chase card, there's almost as big a crowd on the chase as it is for the lead card here. We hear every time someone makes a putt, every time someone has a good drive.
No, they're not gonna delay the cheers.
We know it.
they're not delaying for the lead card either. They're gonna be cheering whenever something happens right away.
Absolutely. Hole 11, Clayton. What do we got going on?
Hole 11, double mando down the gut. The difficulty is the wind a lot of the times. It changes your disc selection, and you got to commit to that. People get caught up on these mandos, and you are shooting for basically a bogey every time. That drop zone is a good, 50 feet away?
Yeah, maybe a touch farther than that. It used to be an impossible drop zone because the branches hung so low.
Ooh, hits the mando tree, stays inside.
But they used to be so low that making it was almost impossible because you had to throw through a branch. But they've cleared it up, so it's very makeable now, especially for these kind of elite putters. But it is definitely a pump, and this needs to turn. It's not going to turn. He's missed the mando left. That matters.
Looks like an early release.
Yeah, not quite where he was trying to go with that. Got Chris next. Oh, this looks turned over a little bit. Come back. It's not coming back.
Wait.
But doesn't miss Mando.
Doesn't cross the line.
It's got to be. Oh, yeah. Look how close that is. Wow.
So all he's going to do, or what he has the chance to do, is put himself a little bit closer than the drop zone and then putt.
We have Aaron next, throwing that same meteor he did yesterday so well. And big wind pickup. That's going to push that out.
That's the disc selection I'm talking about. When the wind's different, you're going to have to disc up.
The one thing I really like about this hole is that this hole would be really easy, I think, if the ground in front of the drop zone was flat. Because you just throw a little cut roller.
You don't realize that ground has thousands of rocks. Those are actually rocks with grass growing between it. So there's no lawnmower that can go and cut those things.
Nick
That's too
almost
bad.
Saving it, but keep going.
And I misspoke. That's not 50 feet.
Yeah, it looks way more on the camera right here.
Anyways, they cut that with a weed whacker. There's no way they get a lawnmower over there to destroy it. You can see the rocks right now.
Yep. Chris. Had a chance at saving it, but it's a little short. You can see he's a little upset. I wonder if he almost preferred to have missed the Mando so he could add just a straight putt at it, but
Yeah.
it's pretty similar either way. Because the ground, like, putting from there is just
You're all over the
difficult.
place.
Yeah. But just like that, I mean, this is going to sound strange. We have Chandler Fry going to take a stroke on the card with a par, with both Kyle Klein and Andrew Marweed taking birdies.
Wow. That's a
Meaning
big swing.
They're taking 2 strokes on this hole. I mean, this was very surprised, to say the least. There was a little more wind today than there was the last couple of days in this particular moment, so could have played more of a factor, but definitely, like, anything can happen at this point. Aaron still has a lead, but it's evaporating quickly unless he starts getting some birdies.
Goodness gracious, yeah. He's only up 2 on Chandler on the same card.
I know. Hole 12 now, 380 feet. This is one of the easiest holes on the course. In fact, it's the 4th easiest hole in the course today. You just want to throw kind of if you're a right-hand backhand player, you want to throw a stock hyzer as high as you feel comfortable. The lower you are, the bigger the skip. That's the real way for you to kind of get away from the basket, unless you leave it extra wide right. We'll see a lot of these guys kind of just leave this halfway up those trees and let it leak over to the left.
From this tee pad, you are throwing at the trees that you can see on the right. They don't necessarily come into play.
Yeah, you'd have to pump that 430 to even touch the tree.
Get in again. Okay.
That had a chance, but just like he did last round, flashes a potential ace and then rolls 25, 30 feet away. The crowd's going nuts, and he's not sure where that's going to be. Nick Gill. Have a chance here. This is looking okay. Spike.
Same spot.
Yeah, very similar. Nick Gill last year at River City Open, I think he was on the feature card. He actually tinked off basket for almost an ace last year. I was kind of hoping for a repeat, but he's going to have to settle for Circle 1. And by he, I mean me. But, oh my lord, we have 3 very similar ground actions, putting them outside of 20 feet, 25 feet, somewhere in there.
Aaron's got to be feeling the pressure a little bit right here. He's in the lead.
Yep. He is 3 strokes worse than he was last round, for through 10 and 11. So I bet, and he's
this
feeling
looks like
that.
the best throw.
Oh, and it is the best throw. Good angle control, a little steeper to cut that big flare skip, and he's going to be by the basket.
Nearly stalled it out.
He did.
Yeah.
Good power, though, over the hill 380.
I love his putting motion. It's super simple.
Chandler? Yeah. It's very simple. Very consistent. Unfortunately for there, just a little too far right. You can kind of see him sitting down right there.
Oh, the jitters, man.
Yeah. That's his 3rd one he's put over the basket.
Yeah, he's staying a little tall. His putting motion, however, is wild. I like it, but it's wild.
Yeah, it's one you'd have to prep a lot and rep a lot in order to
Lots
be
of
consistent.
reps.
Yeah. He gets it nice and low so he can generate power. There's a lot of really good mechanics in Chris's putting for him, but again, there's several pros on the tour that you look at their mechanics and they're very good or they're very consistent, and it's just like you can't do that.
No, that's the most amazing thing about disc golf is all the different styles and techniques that work for different body types. Nobody really knows yet what the ideal. Well, we do know what the ideal body type is, but every shot looks a little bit different.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful sport.
Great Lakes Disc, located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, is a fully stocked retail disc golf store that fulfills all of your disc golf needs. We carry all of the major manufacturers, accessories, and offer player and event sponsorship, along with tournament payout assistance. To learn more about Great Lakes Disc, visit greatlakesdisc.com.
All right, hole 13, 362 feet. We have OB bushes on the left, so you really want to leave this farther right if you can. This hole particularly plays as one of the harder holes, in fact, the 4th hardest hole today. It's just a really tough one for you to consistently get in circle with.
Yep.
An elevated basket with Mount Kilimanjaro is making it even harder.
No, exactly. You cannot see the basket from where you're throwing. So you'll see these guys. That was beautiful. You'll see these guys throw and then run off to the side of the tee pad because obviously OB's always in play on this hole if you're throwing it close to where the basket's at. Let's see.
I really want someone to challenge that now. I want someone to just pump one off the fairway and then fight the urge to stand on the edge. Just be like, I trust that this disc will not go OB.
No, when you're throwing it, you just keep it close to that first bush that you're looking at and just let it flip up flat or just push it with a great hyzer and speed. Just like that. Let's see if that stays, though.
This is that. I think that's that new.
Oh, snap.
I got a flare skip off of it.
I think he was lacking a little power on that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, or he just didn't leave it as wide as he wanted.
That one's not as wide as he wanted. Is it?
This
I
one
spoke too soon because that's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Hometown
Right.
hero.
Got Chandler. I mean, outside circle.
Whatever he wants. It's his world.
Bang. Good save.
It was.
Good save. That's a round ruiner, or feels like it if you had missed that. But he makes the par, so he doesn't really lose a whole lot, especially considering it's one of the hardest holes in the day. Just glad he's able to kind of get that par rather than blow up any further than that. We got Chris Clemons with his birdie. He's 3 of 4 for those green squares. Pretty happy with that. Got Nick Gill with a green square. He's building himself a nice little green square home. Aaron Gossage does.
No fear. That had some speed on it.
Yeah, just wanted to jam it in there. No wind's going to impact that one. All right, on to hole 14. After a little bit of a wait, we had to back up here for one card. 461 feet. They're going to try to be throwing this right down the pipe, a little under where the drone is at right now, or a little over the drone if you try to go over the top and try to crash into that tree on the left of the basket and try to get to play a little plinko down to the basket. But depends on. We'll see. Probably Chandler will do it again, I would imagine.
I feel like Chris has a good advantage being low to the ground with a sidearm. The lower you keep it on this hole, the faster that disc moves down the hill, the easier it becomes, I believe. So
This looks so good.
that's super nice. It is actually a blast pass.
It's too good, Chris. Stop it. Be worse.
I honestly think this guy Aaron has the best chance to birdie it every time with the way he throws, the consistency of keeping it that low.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the jinx monster?
You
Indeed.
jinxed him.
Indeed.
Yeah, you impacted that.
I did that.
I said it, and that changed what happened.
I did my role, Nick. You get him.
All right, Nick's going to try to go over the top. This is a force, I believe. Not quite turned over enough. He still has a chance to plinko into a good position, and that's going to be a little farther back in the woods, but I think he'll have a look. And Chandler's going to go back to that nuke play
He's
over
wearing
the
a
top.
Michigan shirt right now. Look at that guy.
Yeah, I think that's a D-Glow shirt. It's very like the one you had talked about last round. It says something about a hole on the back. Yep. I don't really know how that works or what they get as pros for those events, but that might be one he got from there. He is in circle. That's a good drive. You're trying to go over the top.
No way.
Yeah, skipper.
Oh, man. Playing the deserts of Colorado, you have the opportunity to probably do a lot of skipping.
Mm-hmm. Nick here, just outside circle. Healthy bid, hit some cabbage. Going to be by the basket. Easy 3. Chris with a chance at glory and just didn't get it up enough. Not sure if the wind read there was messing him up. Chandler with a chance to get that stroke back from the last hole.
So simple.
Cash.
I love it. Effortless. Practicing with him must be fun. He can get so many reps in with very little effort.
Aaron gets his par. I think we're going to get a lot of gray squares for this particular hole here. Yeah, a couple real close ones.
It's pretty standard for this hole.
Yeah, 3s are very common here. Looking at the, it's the second hardest on the day, and it played exactly at par. Fun note, Andrew Marweed and Kyle Klein on the chase card, both birdied.
Of course.
Hole 15. I mean, so we got a race coming from that chase card. Hole 15 now, 325 feet. You really want to leave this one out wide, let it float a little bit before crashing back into the fairway. You can throw a backhand as well. It's a little more difficult to try to get that to land flat. You'll see a lot of people kind of enter that first gap into the woods there if they throw a good shot. But this is a musket. This is one of the easier holes on the day. It's the shortest hole on the back 9.
Shortest hole, but it is uphill, so. Oh, man. He shows you that it is short.
Chandler, it's too good of a shot. You need to dial that back.
You heard there's $1,000 bounty on this hole.
Yeah.
He gave it the juice.
Got Chris.
Huge advantage as a lefty, maybe. If he's loving that backhand at that distance.
I'm pretty sure he's been that close to the basket all 3 rounds.
Yeah, that just makes sense. It's too much sense.
If it was flipped the other way, most righties would do the exact same thing. You want me to throw a 325 uphill hyzer? Deal.
Duh.
got this all day. And Aaron is mostly a forehand player, so he's like, you want me to throw a left-hand hyzer? Okay, I'll do it with my right hand.
That last round, man, he almost put it in. That branch denied him, denied.
Nick Gill. He's going to go a little higher. He likes to throw a little more power.
What an animal. Oh, my gosh, you wish the skip was correct.
Skip, I wanted that to just go into
Bounce,
the woods
just
3
bounce
feet
in.
farther. Yeah, just go in. Never a doubt with his little leg kick there, just swinging that disc in.
This guy's streaking on the putts, looking good.
Yeah, he's hit the last couple. He's needed that kind of get himself in position. But it looks like we might get our star frame here for the back nine. Because Aaron's tapping that in, and I don't think Chris can miss this one. I don't know. We can do an over and under estimate on this, but...
Bag on.
Maybe a little skip and a hop, and it's in, and away we go. Hole 16's up next. Hole 16 is one of the middle pack difficulty holes, 356. It plays uphill the entire way, par 3. There is OB on the right side, but if you happen to hit that OB, what in the world happened?
That
Because
is
it's
nuts.
so far to the right. It's really just not in play. You really just need to throw something up and into this fairway. The big danger to stay off the green would be to throw something a little wider rimmed and kind of hit that flare skip angle, and you're going to skip to that circle 2 position.
Yep. The smaller technical aspect of this hole is throwing out of a tunnel that's like 90 feet long, 100 feet long, and then having the wind hit it because it is typically windy. So you got to have that angle control when it's getting to the mouth of the gap.
And you can't really test the wind.
Well, you know the wind from 15, and that's it.
Pro play.
Yep.
So as long as you know that the card on 16 is done, or like they're just walking the fairway, and so it's safe to walk up, you can actually not walk the back path from 15 to 16. You can actually walk across the wood line, which you can kind of pick up some grass and test the wind a little bit before you get into that tee pad. So a little pro tip for all you traveling pros next time you come out.
Yep.
Just as a spoiler, Nick didn't do that anyway. He's still going to throw because he's just that good.
He just knows.
Yeah, he's aware. I mean, hyper aware. Look at that tee shot. Gosh, all of 5 feet, 6 feet. That's real good. All right, Aaron, just outside circle, really needs these birdies, as many as he can get down the stretch.
Little left-right tailwind definitely didn't give him the juice.
Just a little low there. It's going to be another stroke to people.
Headwind over here. Dead center, no doubt.
Chandler's looking really good right now, putting-wise.
He's getting comfortable.
Yep.
He just took another one back. He's down 1.
2.
Down 2.
Yep.
Got it.
Andrew Marweed able to get this one. So he's keeping a close pace as well. Nick tapping in for his big gold green square. We like big green squares. Yeah, taking a look at Marweed right now. After hole 16, he has successfully birdied 6 holes straight. Still down by a stroke essentially at this point, just based on hole differentiation. And we head into hole 17 now. One of my favorite holes in the course. 17 and 18 I think are iconic together.
Yep.
What do we got going on here?
Hole 17, we got the OB on the right side, which is pushed more to the left than usual this year. We have the road on the left, and that's the OB that you're going to test right away typically. I think you're a madman if you're throwing the backhand as far as you can down there. You can do something touchy and try to land it halfway down the fairway. It's only 605 feet, so throw a 300-foot shot. Throw another one. Maybe push it a little bit longer. He makes the adjustment from yesterday's round where he went high and he throws it low. He ends up OB.
Just OB.
And I mean, that's the risk. He challenges the OB on that every time.
And like you said it last round too, if that was in the OB line from last year, he wouldn't even be close to
Not
OB.
a chance.
He'd be 40 feet short of it.
Yep.
They moved it in, which I think is a great play.
I think so too.
Makes it a little more difficult and interesting. Because even a bad forehand with a big skip can get over to that OB line now. We saw, I think it was Kyle last round, almost trickle his way over there. So
the sidearm is still over. It's still able to get OB. That could have been if it didn't hit that tree, honestly. So good on him for hitting the tree.
I say that's honestly like a safe play if you try to just hit that tree.
Yep.
Because even though it's 90% air, there's a lot of not air in that. So.
Yeah, you are going to push an OB on this throw typically. If you're not, I mean, that's a great throw, but you're controlling the angle of the disc so well, and the wind is pretty crucial in this hole, so that's just a tough shot, period. Everybody's in good position. Even this OB throw, if he wasn't OB, would be in a great spot.
All right, Chandler throwing from like the exact same spot yesterday.
Yep.
Can he repeat on the par save?
Tree kiss forward.
Yep, into the circle.
He loves Michigan trees. He does.
I want to know what he does. Like, how much is he paying them?
He's a green thumb.
He's got 2 of them. My gosh. All right, got Chris here throwing a forehand, trying to take the same gap. This looking pretty good. Yes, sir.
Solid.
Clean. Okay, Aaron can't, like, these 2 holes are muskets for him. These are very gettable birdies.
He's got to be aware of the situation, right?
Yep. He's been checking scores. He's been seeing what he needs to do. I think at this point, a birdie will get it for him.
Yep.
We'll get the win. So he's still ahead at that point, but he needs to execute, and he's in circles, so he needs to keep doing what he's doing. Here's Nick. Man, can we get one to skip the right way and into the basket? That's so good.
Their angle control's too good. They're not even trying.
That's fair. Don't pros say that aces are like
Bad
throws that accidentally went in?
Yeah. But if you consider me a pro, I enjoy a good ace.
All right, we got par save from Chandler, a green square for Chris. Gonna get a green square from Aaron. That means he's 1 away.
Love it.
Meaning that all we have left is Nick Gill here. He's going to tap in his green square, and we are off to the final hole. At this point, if it's par, Aaron's going to tie Marweed, right, down by a stroke. If he takes a bogey, he'd lose to Marweed, but if he birdies, he wins. And then, so we know the situation. Hole 18, 786. You got 2 bushes here. Common play is to land to the left of those bushes between them and kind of open up the road for a forehand or a backhand shot. Or you can try to push past along that second bush, which is a really risky shot, but if you get past there, it makes the second shot up to the basket really easy. And if you really pump it back there, you can almost get like a 150, 200 foot maybe throwing look.
Yep.
With a putter.
Chris Clemons, 35 down, looking to finish this weekend strong.
It's worth noting that 18 is playing as the second hardest hole on the day.
Really?
Oh, sit.
Save. Oh my gosh.
That branch almost rolled him in.
Yeah. We've seen some dramatics in years past on this hole. If you haven't checked out the coverage from last year, you should check it out.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
But it was hot.
It was dramatic.
Oh no, this looks like it's over the trees, and it is going to sail out of bounds for Nick Gill here. OB for Nick. Aaron here just needs to keep it in bounds. He's saying 2 drives back to back. Either go OB or get very close.
He's pushing this one straight. That looks great.
Yep, this is the nuke. There's a great adjustment. Good correction for the wind. Just needs to sit down, and it does beautifully. This is going to be in perfect position.
Shout out to the spotter Dom right there.
Hey, Dom.
Solid young disc golfer.
I wonder if he'll choose to lay up from there.
I don't know. It depends on what the scorecard says when he's coming up to it. He'll know.
Okay, we got.
That's a great position over the
Yep.
road. Nick starting out on the road.
Oh, excuse me. I was looking at the wrong stat. 18 places the hardest hole today.
Wow.
Plus .13.
Over par. Okay.
Well, yeah. Good chunk over par. This is the only one that's specifically over par.
Nick. No.
Double OB. And my fault. I also misread that. I'm sorry. Aaron only needs a par to win.
Got it. Yep. So he will lay up.
He will probably lay this up. Yep. My fault. I'm looking at round 2 stuff. My bad.
Perfect.
Yeah. Good shot from Chris. We got Chandler here. Has a chance to get himself in good position. Him and...
The thing is, though, I mean, Aaron's got to keep that killer mentality. You can't... Oh, snap. Did not expect that.
I didn't either. It was a little short, and that could be way back depending on where the spotter or...
That doesn't help Aaron, though, mentally, to see a disc go OB. 2 discs in a row thrown OB. He's trying to lay up. He's got a tough throw here. He's going over the...
I think he's staying safe.
That was so safe. Okay.
Yeah.
As smart as possible. This guy's a disc IQ of 1,000.
Yep.
No worries.
Checked the score real quick. Was like, oh, I just need a par. Okay, we're good. Just gonna
Damn.
put it into the center of the fairway and just a little upshot and tap it in.
No, when he lined up for that shot, I think he was going like straight up
Going
round
for
two
the
throw.
basket. Yeah. Flashbacks from last year. No. Actually, I shouldn't say that because Marweed did that twice where it was risky, and both times he parked it.
Oh my gosh, that's a Marwood thing though.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got the killer instinct.
Nick Gill, good upshot. Unfortunate way to end his tournament, but really had a spectacular event overall. Was very happy to see him here on the final 9 coverage. Aaron giving a kind of, I don't think it was really a bid, more of just it was kind of high, and he's putting it by the basket. This has been a spectacular event for him.
He's just looking forward to dinner and getting out of here with a good check.
That's probably true. There's Chandler going to tap in his. Unfortunately for a bogey after the OB throw. Chris Clemons, he's had a spectacular event. Congrats to him and a new course record. It's going to probably stand, I would say, for over a year, if not longer, especially if they change the course.
Could stand forever. If
And then you could have it forever, right? Like Marweed's 15, right? But congrats to him on doing that. And, of course, congrats to Aaron Gossage for a spectacular tournament. We're so happy to have him here. Nice guy. Couldn't happen to a nicer fellow. Congrats to him.
Thanks for having me, Zach. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with you on the commentating. He's about to walk away, and Chris and Chandler are like, no, get over here. We gotta congratulate.
Disc golf love.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Everybody can have your attention, please. Thank you for coming out to the 2020 River City Open. I'm here to announce our 2022 River City MPO champion, Aaron Gossage. Aaron, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Great event. Thank you guys for all coming out. I appreciate all the crowd and the spectators. And I'd like to shout out Discraft and Triple Play Records. So thanks, guys. Hopefully I'll be back next year.
all right, that will do it for the 2022 River City Open. Looking at those back 9 scores, Aaron with the one hiccup on 11, but did just enough on that back 9 with his comfortable lead in order to take this one down. Andrew Marweed did the best he could, is going to be down by 1 stroke. Kyle Klein, Chris Clemons down by a couple from Aaron as well, but a strong finish and another successful River City Open. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great time. Anytime.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Join the Patreon family, and we'll see you guys in the next event.